I think we're going to start now.
Okay, we're recording.
All right. So everyone go get a roll of toilet paper and come back.
Carrie is fast.
Right?
I'm fast too. Now there's no TP shortage. We can.
Right.
That's my last roll.
Yeah, you could have done that a couple months ago.
No. People wouldn't have wanted to admit that they had an extra spare, a spare to square.
Spare square.
Spare.
Oh. Eric may have played this game before. Are you at work, Sandy?
Yes.
Oh.
I went and got it.
You got
Raided the restroom.
Do you have what you need, Phil?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. So since we're just a few little chickens here, I want you to all take off as many squares as you think you need.
4.
All right.
Hold it up so we can see how many.
That I need for what?
Well, that will be revealed, won't it?
Whatever you think you're going to need.
All right, here we go.
So Terry, how much do you need?
I took 5.
All right, very good. All right, so I'm going to start this game. And so however many squares you have, I have 3, is how many factoids to let the rest of us know about. So tell us who your name is, what your business is, and then things we might not know about you. Just like, and it's just a fun way, again, to get to know each other better. I was going to take you on a scavenger hunt this evening, but I thought, gosh, that will be running all over your house and might scare the animals, right?
Technically,
So
we did do a scavenger hunt of a little bit. I mean, you know, we got the toilet paper.
Right?
So my first square, I will tell you that I have been entrepreneur, business owner, worker bee, whatever you want to call it, but starting off really young, selling newspapers when I was like 10. I had a weekly route. And then my mom and dad bought a fast food restaurant when I was 12. And so I worked there until I was 25. So there was more to, I think, flipping burgers than in that little town. I mean, I need to get out of that little town. It's like there's more to life than flipping hamburgers. So that started my sales career. So that's my second square. And so I will tell you that I sold Yellow Pages for 11 years back in the day when it was fun. I've sold billboards, magazine ads. So really kind of understand marketing and how it affects businesses, helps you grow, that sort of thing. And then my last square is my ex-husband and I also built and owned an auto repair business. So I guess the whole moral of my story is that I've had a lot of experiences that have brought me here to where I'm at today with being able to understand what you go through on a day-to-day basis by the blood, sweat, and tears of running a business, and then what it takes to keep running the business and what it takes to grow your business. So don't just sit in my office and wonder. I know. And so I'm here for you. Colleen is here for you. If you want to talk about stuff or bounce ideas off of us, we're open to that. So Phil, I think I'm going to go to you next.
All right, we will go.
All right.
So I have 5 squares.
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to just peel these off one at a time, but
sure.
Here's the first square. I'm an independent advisor, so I grew up in the healthcare field. mostly pharmaceuticals, biotech, medical device. Seem to always land in executive positions. So I've been president, vice president, sales and marketing, usually running a big piece of the business, and did that for about 25, 30 years. Now I work as an independent consultant. I have my own consulting business. So I guess I'll go to the next square of what I do now. And I actually also partner up with Terry. So you'll hear her story. It'll sound a little bit similar to mine, but we work as executive advisors and use a program or a tool that is sponsored through a license that we have with Culture Index. And what it is cutting edge human analytics, where we're able to offer business owners the ability to take a 7 to 10 minute survey. And from that survey, we are able to identify the exact traits of an individual. And the way it helps the business is, once you know the traits of an individual, you can determine whether they're in the right spot for your business. And if we need to make adjustments, we can do that. We also utilize this tool to help you in recruiting, so that we can really measure what are the traits that somebody has and whether or not that will fit the type of business or the type of role that you're offering, and make sure at the end of the day that they do a good job because of the traits that they have that are perfectly aligned to the role that you want them to do.
Nice.
So yeah, we're very excited to be a part of this program. You know, I'll put some information into the chat box, and the other thing that we do is offer a free demonstration. So anybody who's interested, that's trying to build their business, we can help you just make better decisions with your human capital.
Very good. Is that 5 squares?
I think that's about 5 squares.
So for those of you that are new, I'll just let you know that we usually have a few more than this, but I'm sure there were a couple that probably got maybe their patience was at the end of its rope today. And I know Dave's been on a couple of these. So sometimes we have, you know, a room full, and sometimes there's just us few. But again, it's a way to get to know us better. And for Phil and Terry, it's a great way for Colleen and I especially to understand better what you guys do. So we're able to be a better referral source for you from the chamber.
Great, thanks.
So how about you, Sandy?
So I have 6 squares. So I manage the Carefree Coldwell Banker Realty office, the North Scottsdale Carefree office here on Scottsdale and Westland. So here I am. I've got beautiful views out my window of the boulders outcropping in Black Mountain. But out of high school, I started working at Smitty's, which was a supermarket chain here, all-in-one stop shop store. Met my husband there just out of high school. And so I worked there for 18 years in accounting, took a couple of years off and raised the kids, helped him with his small business then. And we moved up here 25 years ago. Built our house, love it up here, and went into real estate about 21 years ago, selling really across the valley. But 7 years ago, about 7 years ago, I took over managing this office. I have 60 full-time realtors. So I love what I do. I love helping people with what is probably their largest investment. Buying, selling, investing, those good things. It just celebrated last week our 39th wedding anniversary.
Hey.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I don't know. I'm only 40, but I have 2 kids, 31 and 29, great kids. One's an aerospace engineer and one's she is an aircraft mechanic for Horizon Air up in Washington, and 2 dogs. So heavily involved in the community, just love it up here. And I think what we do is impactful for making everyone else come and join us and love it here.
And I will say for you, new folks, Sandy is on the Chamber Board of Directors, and I won't call on Eric yet, but Eric too is also on our Board of Directors. So Jen, I know you're in your office. I can see you there.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a break because our first chore was to get a roll of toilet paper.
You know what's really funny about that is I used to have a bag of toilet paper actually right by my desk because that was one of our fun social media posts the first time it disappeared. But you know where our toilet paper is. I have to go outside down the hall and it's too cold.
That's what I'm saying, is it's a little difficult. So basically, we're going to make you pick a number. And so the number is going to be how many squares you think you need.
Oh, goodness.
So you just hang on to that. And then we're going to go to Dave.
Hey, everybody. So Patty, you inspired me with your story of sales and marketing from your childhood. So I think I'm going to borrow that starter. So I'll tell you about my first 2 bouts with sales and marketing. So I was when I was 10, I was on my Little League team, and we had to do a fundraiser to get our uniforms, and so we had to sell the world's finest chocolate bars. I don't know if you guys remember those, but my very first cold call, I knocked on the door and I said, "Hi, I'm selling the world's finest chocolate." And they slammed the door in my face, and I shouted through the door, "It's the world's finest." Anyway, so I had to refine my pitch, but I kept going. Now I'll fast forward to my next sales and marketing job was when I was 15. I was actually a dishwasher in a Chinese restaurant, and it was slow, and the owner gave me a big stack of flyers, and he told me to stand outside the grocery store and hand a flyer to every single person that comes down to the grocery store and not to come home until I did that. So I took the stack of flyers and I placed them on every single windshield in the parking lot, and the owner was spying on me, and he came and yelled at me. He said, "I told you to hand them." And I thought I would be more efficient by, distributing them quickly. So he fired me for that one. And then when I was 17, I actually started a job that I did for the next 8 years. I actually started a promotional products company, a specialty advertising corporate gifts company, and I expanded that into other marketing things. So from that, I really learned how to, help businesses get found, how to be recognized, how to build their brand, how to create awareness and demand. And then today, I have started my latest company, which is called Invent Marketing, and we are specialists in digital marketing that encompasses everything from online and offline aspects, from SEO, pay-per-click, content, social, and web development. So it's a kind of an evolutionary tale on helping companies get found and helping them grow their businesses all along. So,
don't you think that all of our experiences actually have brought us to kind of where we are today?
For sure.
I mean, I feel that way strongly.
Yep.
So, Terry, you have 5 squares, you said.
I have 5 squares. So my first fact is I was born and raised in Chicago, and my MBA is from the University of Chicago. My dad was a fire chief in Chicago, so lots and lots of Chicago in me. My second fact is that I then went into consulting and worked for the big consulting firms. So like Arthur Andersen there for a while, then Bearing Point, and a long time with Accenture, and as a managing director in their organizational strategy practice. So my experience, my expertise is around org strategy. Lots of work here in the US, lots of work internationally, big companies, always helping executives make organizational strategy type decisions around whether it was visioning or their team or leadership development. I'm also an executive coach. I then decided, so now I'm on my third one. I then decided to retire from Accenture and move to Arizona. So I've been here less than a year.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know anybody. I'm trying like crazy to meet people. I'm such a baby about, again, starting my own business. And as Phil mentioned, I partner with Phil, and I'm also a licensee for Culture Index as an executive advisor, where, as he mentioned, we use human analytics to help improve financial performance. And then my fourth, so I'm dying to meet people. That's what I'm trying to do.
You met
Meet
7 of
people.
us.
Okay, that works. That works. Then my fourth fact, which makes me thrilled, is that my son and daughter-in-law just closed on a new house in Cave Creek. So they also moved from Illinois right now with the grandchildren, and that's all literally taken place this last couple of months, and they closed only this week. And then my fifth one is, and Phil doesn't even know this one yet. My fifth one is that my son's an environmental engineer, and he just started on Monday with Cave Creek Water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's here now, Phil, and he's in Cave Creek. So very excited about it.
So Robin, welcome. We are playing a game, and I don't know how close you are or not to a roll of toilet paper.
Ryan, can you grab me a roll of toilet paper, please?
So
Yes, he's looking at me weird.
I'm sorry, Robin. When you get your roll of toilet paper, you need to peel off as many squares as you think you need.
Okay, all right.
So Colleen, go ahead.
Okay, well, to those of you guys that are new, I've talked to you a little bit, Terry. I'm Colleen, or C-Rock. So I'm gonna nag you a little bit. I need your logo and your 150 words for our website. I was gonna reach out to you tomorrow, so glad to see you today. I am the office manager for the chamber. So I only did 2 squares because I know this game. I originally come from Philadelphia. I've been in Arizona for 30 years and Cave Creek for 20. And I don't know how that happened because I'm only 40 years old myself. So, and then the other one is, I'm going to do a bizarre fact, is that I have a cat that has 27 toes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a lot.
I didn't even
normal.
know that.
Wow.
So, Jen, what's on, I
Well-
saw you wrote it down.
Hey, listen, I have to say, you said pick a number. So I wrote down a number, and then you said what it was. Well, I'm not going to say my number, or we'd be here all day doing 26 facts about me. So just so you know. No.
How about 3 or 4?
I'm assuming that because I missed the beginning of it, we're telling you facts about us, fun facts.
Yeah, we want to
Okay.
get to know you better and how we can better be a resource and a referral for you.
All right, let's think about this. Well, I was a stay-at-home mom for 100 million years. And then I was working for a company and said I wanted to work where I live, and we live in Cave Creek. So I applied for a job at this place called the Carefree Cave Creek Chamber of Commerce. And I was lucky enough to get hired. And because of that, I was able to move around a little bit, learn some more about marketing, learn more about the business community, that I started my own business. And then, which was Simple Email Strategies. I knew that Facebook or social media and email marketing was huge around here, that people just didn't know that didn't know how to do it. And the fact that it was cheap enough to pay somebody to do it, and you get such a good ROI on all of those things, that I was able to grow my business so big that I needed more. And Steve and I partnered a lot with Tech for Life. So we decided to merge our businesses. So this is where I am now. So I still get to enjoy being in the community. Again, I Takes me 4 minutes to drive to work, so I love it. We have our office here in Carefree, right next to the chamber office, which is really funny because all my jobs have pretty much been a triangle that I've done. Besides my home, I did work at home with my own business, but yes. So anyways, we love to help businesses any way that we can. We help with websites, anything you need digitally. I'm here to help you. We also have another half of our business, which is technology and everything technology, whether you've cracked your phone and need it replaced, to getting a new computer to have it over, to hosting websites, to you name it, setting up new POS machines, whatever. We're here to help. So that's it. That was 26. So I guess I used all 26 of them.
So tell them that I wasn't a bad boss. It was just that we like to develop and grow our own people.
Yes.
And then because of the connections you can make through a chamber, opportunities came along. So
well, obviously I'm still here. I'm still an ambassador. I still do a lot with the chamber. So yes, it was actually super positive, and I see how important it is for businesses to be involved, not just be members, but to be involved. And that grew my business and led me to my path where I'm at right now, which is where I'm at forever and ever. Amen.
that's awesome. Okay, Eric, how about you? How many squares?
I had 4. I've also played this game before, but I didn't want to completely cheat it.
I have to tell a joke before you do that.
Okay.
We actually played this game at our board retreat last year, and our I guess it was our incoming chair at the time. He kept rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling on his arm. We were dying. Anyway, we only let him tell a few things, but go ahead, Eric.
It was a wad. We'll just say that. Costco is definitely, it wasn't people hoarding. Maybe it's just some people's usage, perhaps.
Maybe.
We'll find out. I'm Eric Toohey, Times Media Group. I'm passionate about marketing and advertising. I've been in the industry over 15 years. I have a publishing background. I have a digital media and social media background. And so I'm passionate about helping small business owners build brands that last, build brands that make a difference in their community, and, really help them with, getting and reaching to different goals that they have in the phases of their business. Some facts about me. I just passed 16 years of being in Arizona. I told people I was going to move to Arizona 6 months before I came here for the first time and visited. I was so determined to move to Arizona, even though I never set foot in the state. So I planned a 4-day scouting trip with the idea that it basically just, unless something crazy happened, that I was going to put a deposit down on buying a house and then move down. And on the 4th day, I did that exact thing before I jumped on the plane to fly back. And then I bought a house in Anthem when they were still building, and basically moved down 6 months later after only being in Arizona 4 days one time. And so I was actually a early 20s bachelor living in Anthem, which was not the demographic for finding a life partner or anything like that, but I wanted to be around people that were successful in different phases in their life, and I ended up finding my wife. She was in Old Town Scottsdale, so I got her to come up north. So another fact about me is this right behind me, that my backdrop, that's actually a painting. It's 3.5 by 7.5 feet wide. I'm at my kitchen table. And it's a bistro style kitchen table, so it's a little elevated. So this is like behind a buffet behind me. I actually painted this. I painted it in college, but I have one of my degrees is an art studio. I've always been artistically inclined, I guess, or creative on that realm, and that's why marketing was a natural path. But I painted this, and so if you come to my house, it actually looks like an art gallery. I have several paintings throughout the house, and so when people come over for the first time, they're like, "Where'd you get all this, fine art?" Because these paintings are huge. They're, 3 and 4 and 5 feet, wide and tall. And I'll be like, "Oh, it's stuff I did in college or something I did, 5 years ago or whatnot." And I take that same kind of creative passion. I'm transitioning to my next fact. And on my spare time, as I call it, I like to fix up pieces of furniture and keep them out of the landfill, and refinish like wood furniture and bring new life to things that have been loved greatly before, but still have life left in them. And so it keeps things out of landfill, keeps people from buying crap, that's not really good quality things. And so they can take pride in that and having in their house. And so I enjoy doing that for a variety of reasons. And then the fourth thing, for those of you who don't know me real well, my wife and I, whenever we get a chance, we enjoy wine travel. And so we travel to different vineyards and wine regions, famous and non-famous, and obscure ones. And so a lot of our travel when we go anywhere in the world is usually trying to find places where we can go to the source and find very unique and interesting types of wines. So we're connoisseurs like that.
That's really interesting. So see, I've known Eric for a while now, and Zoom has created opportunities. And one of those, you've answered the mystery tonight, because I've always admired that painting behind you. And yes, I wondered, oh my God, how can they have all this great art in their house? But you have quite a talent. I love it. Very cool.
Thank
so,
you.
Robin, you are last, and then I'm going to give an announcement to everybody. But so how many squares do you have?
I have 3. Does that mean I need to talk about 3 things?
Yes.
I think, Colleen, you're getting your hands wet, so I picked another square. So 3 things. Oh gosh. Well, first I have to ask Eric, where I find your furniture, and then do you commission out for your artwork? So we can touch base later on that. So that's fabulous. 3 things about myself. Gosh, I'm an Allstate insurance agent. I'm a personal financial representative. My agency is at Dynamite and Tatum. I got a surprise visit from Patty and Colleen last week. That was great. And I have an agency in Prescott, Arizona, and Cottonwood, Arizona, and we're what's called a premier servicing agency, so everybody's licensed agents. About me personally, I have the most wonderful husband in the world, supportive as can be. He owns Prescott Window Covering, so we do that too. And then 3 children, a daughter 30, a son 25, and a son 21. And they're finding their own ways, and we're just so amazingly proud of them. And then for recreation, I'm a 3rd degree brown belt in martial arts. So I'm working towards my black belt, which will take a while to get there. And because that's such a big goal, it's all I'm doing right now. So I do a lot of hiking in northern Arizona, and we do a lot of traveling in normal years. But other than that, just working towards that level, and working a lot on building the Cave Creek relationships here. Is that 3 or 8 or what?
If you have another, go right ahead.
Sorry. Okay. I'm done.
Well, thank you, Robin. And thanks to everybody, because one thing that we really want to encourage in the coming year is to find new ways to connect in smaller groups with people. We don't know what's to come. Colleen and I are busy planning ahead. We're planning 2 schedules, really. One that would be back to our normal routine, but also being realistic that that's probably not really what's going to happen, or at least anytime soon. So we will be, I know Robin has attended one of our small events, and so we will be creating more of those. So they're in person. They're actually hybrid, but basically we're going to create groups of people that can meet in person. Humans aren't meant to do this sort of like isolation thing. So we're going to find a way to bring people together, whether it be in small groups or our usual breakfast meetings that are, 80 people. So saying that, we've been doing some of those, and we've been meeting in person with our ambassador group. And again, just keeping people connected as much as we can. So saying that, we are having our holiday party. It's not going to look like it has in the past, but we're doing it in person. The only way you're going to see it virtually is if you don't come, and there will be some live Facebook happenings during the evening. But we wish everyone to come. We are going to be meeting at our chamber office. We have a back parking lot that we're going to transform into a winter wonderland with lights and fire pits, high top tables. So that evening, please watch your e-blast on Mondays, because we do want an RSVP, even though we're not charging you guys to come. But we do need to have a head count so that we know how many desserts to get. So that evening, we're encouraging you to go out to eat wherever you'd like to eat. We want to have a push or a campaign to eat at our local restaurants, drink at our local restaurants, and then come to the chamber office at 6:30. It'd be a short evening, 6:30 to about 8-ish maybe. But again, a way to get to know, we're seeing faces here, but really getting to know folks on a more close level. There will be a video, and there will be introductions of people who were, I guess, honored, if you will, with our 2019 Chamber Choice Awards, and then our Business of the Year, and our McEnnis Service Award winner. So Colleen and I have been videoing all these folks, and along with a whole host of other people, every day at 12 o'clock. If you're not tuned into our Facebook page, gear in on that. 12 o'clock, there's a new member highlighted on that day, and then they all live permanently on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. But the video that we're putting together will be looping that evening, and it's going to show all these award winners. So these are all from 2019, and we weren't able to have our showcase event in May. So we're going to do it up right on December 9th. So like I said, keep an eye on your email and your e-blast. I think the first one went out on Monday, and hope to see you there, because we're going to have a good time. So any questions, anything that's burning on your mind that you need to ask me or Colleen?
The information is also on our private closed group as well. It's CCC chamber members only. So Terry and David, if you're not part, well, David, I think you are part of that group, but Terry and Phil, I don't know if you've joined that group yet. But please reach out to me, C-Rock, on Facebook, and let's be friends. And then I can invite you into that closed group. So it lives there too. We're not inviting the entire public, just our member base. So the closed group is, if you want to communicate just to chamber members, that's a great resource for you all.
Thank you.
So I will just say, I hope it was an hour worth having this evening to get to know each other a little bit better. Really excited and grateful to meet our two new folks. And so I hope to get to see you on the 9th. So we get, like I said, get to know each other better and watch, I guess, not just for the event, but also for the small groups that are coming up in our future. We are planning to resume our breakfast meetings, our business breakfast meetings at Harold's last Thursday of the month in January. And unless something drops out of the sky, our plan is to get back to normal. It won't look like what we've had in the past, because we've liked to congregate around the coffee pot and things like that, and that's not going to be allowed. But again, we'll be together and in person, and we'll have some great speakers. So with that, have a great evening, you guys, and thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.